What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jeremy Speaks, and I'm coming at y'all again today with another video. And this video is none other than a little bit of an exploration, a little bit of a topic at hand. Okay, so let me get on camera. Okay. What's up, everybody? Now, for those of y'all who may follow me on Twitter, I, often tweet about, Real Housewives and things like that. So last night before I went to bed, I ended up tweeting a tweet about the Real Housewives and in regards to the production, right? So everybody knows, or if y'all don't know, the one who's producing this season of Real Housewives of Atlanta is Eric, Fuller. The same Eric that Candace had called after Giselle falsely accused her husband of SA, that one. So I said in my tweet, and I'll show you guys right here. I said, ooh, don't want that, child. Hold on, let me see. Hold on, child. All right, so I said, Eric Fuller is single-handedly destroying all the Black Housewife franchises. And it's about time we discuss Eric's lackluster performance as the executive producer of Real Housewives of Potomac and Real Housewives of Atlanta, and clear biases to losers like Sheree, Marlo, Giselle, and Robin. Right now, me saying this is not me trying to, I guess, just be nasty towards somebody, because I didn't take any personal digs at him, because there's a lot of people that did. Let me show you what some people are saying, because I'm not doing this. I am only speaking from a professional standpoint. It's strictly professional. Only what's going on the show and how he's performing. But other people are saying that he looks like a botched Joe Budden clone. Other people. Somebody said that they feel like this is what their paralysis demon looks like, but it's too dark at night to see his face. It goes on and on and on. Why he looked like the Grinch, and y'all, like, they really got nasty. That's not what I was anticipating. I'm only talking about his performance as a producer. His face or whatever he's done with it, or the lack thereof, or whatever the case may be, has nothing to do with me. Okay, I don't want no parts. Now, the issue is that when the audience is giving fair critiques and giving fair thoughts and opinions about the show, and you are just tuning them out, it's kind of weird to me for you to be the producer of a show, but then want to, deafen your ears to what the audience is saying. And it would be a difference if, regardless on what the audience is saying, that the ratings are still high, right? That the ratings, get down, Michael, that the ratings are, at an all-time high, where you're consistently getting 1 million, 3 million, 2.4 million, 1.5 million, viewers each week. Now, a lot of y'all are wondering, why are you making this video, Jeremy, Mr. Speaks TV? And I'm making this video because, unbeknownst to me, somehow my tweet ended up finding its way to Eric, right? And a lot of y'all are probably thinking, well, I wonder how Eric, responded to this. I wonder what Eric said. Because obviously Eric has to be listening to the audience because the ratings is falling. But no, this is what Eric said. Well, I'll be damned. This is news to me. Eric, give me a second. Eric, hey man, I have a question. What's funny? I don't think I told a joke. I don't think I told a single joke whatsoever. And honestly, Eric, I don't think you can afford to be laughing at this point. I don't. I think that ever since you have gotten a hold of the production, however you did that, however y'all producer people find y'all ways into these respective avenues, I don't even know how you even become to be a producer of a production company that works for Bravo. I don't know. I don't like what's the experience that's necessary for that, but ever since you've gotten a hold of these shows, they've been taking a steep decline, right? They've been taking a very steep decline. And you want to know something? Since we're laughing, let's look at the numbers. Since we're all, laughing at each other, right? So let me share this screen. So this is coming from TV tweets or tvdeets.com, right? So let's go over the how can I say, like the ratings of this show. Now this is coming from season 6, from season 5, after the whole Monique and Candace debacle, where Monique basically either quit or got kicked off. Who knows? I can't tell you. Now we had 1.03 million, 965,000, 800,000, 800,000, 800,000, 900,000, 1 million, 1 million, 1 million. But then let's look. Let's take a steep look at the last season that we saw, where the topic of colorism came into play, where the topic of false allegations came into play that were allowed to be perpetuated throughout the show with no type of control from the production team. With them taking scenes out, putting scenes in, hiding truths, protecting people. Let's see. So now we have 700,000, 800,000, 900,000, 800,000, 700,000, 700,000, 800,000, 800,000. Their season high was at 1 million. 900,000, 900,000, 700,000, 800,000, 800,000, 800,000, 800,000, 800,000. And look, the season finale hit 800,000. The reunion, 800,000. Reunion part 2 was at 950,000. And then the reunion part 3 was at 817,000 with a season average of 856,000, which is a stark difference. Which is a stark difference from the reunion, the season finale, all hitting near or over 1 million viewers per episode. But you laughing. Let's continue, because I don't know what's funny. I don't know what's funny, Eric. I don't know what's funny. I'm trying to find a joke. You have 800. You have 817,000 reasons why you should not be laughing. You have 817,000 reasons why your face should be straight. But let's continue, because it's all a joke, right? All right. Now let's share this tab. All right. So if you go on now, we go to season 14's ratings, right? Which was last season. When Marlo was introduced, because we were all fairly excited to see Marlo as a new housewife because it was hopeful. We she was really close to Nene. She might have gotten some tips and pointers from her. We didn't know what we were gonna get, but we did not like it when we got it. When you buy something and it looks good in the store, and then when you take it home and put it on, it's just not the right fit, and you want to take it back. Like that's how we viewed Marlo. We thought it was gonna be good, but it wasn't. And then progressively each episode we saw how deranged get down. We saw how deranged she was towards Kenya and Candy and how obsessed and a liar that she was. But that's besides the point. So we had 700,000, 800,000, 900,000, 800,000, 1,000,000 for the sixth episode, 800,000, 700,000, 942,000, 919,000, 987,000, 1,000,000, 1,000,000. And this is a season high in the demographics, right? Then we go into the season finale, which was 1,000,000 each, with an average of 950,000. Now, it's not to say that we didn't recognize the decline, but let's look at the season viewers here and here just for the first 3 episodes. Now, for the first episode of the season 15 ratings, we came in at 134,000. At 184,000. Then for the second, which is the season low in viewers, we got 738,000. Then we have a season low in demographics for 765,000. And I'm just trying to understand through all of these different drops in viewership, why you laughing, Eric? I don't understand what's funny. Now, it's to not say that we don't respect, the hard work that you guys put into the show or whatever the case may be, because everybody works hard, like that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this: obviously what you're doing is not connecting with the viewers, and the viewers are asking for specific things. The viewers are asking for certain things. And not only that, let's get it started off here. Real Housewives of Potomac. Last season was horrendous. It was terrible. From us seeing Wendy get assaulted, Mia not get any type of repercussions, then Wendy starts to gets kicked out of the group events after she gets assaulted. No type of intervening from production to try to tell these women that they cannot force somebody out if they just try to. Then let's also talk about those rumors that we saw or that we heard and that we witnessed last season regarding Chris and Giselle. Now, a normal person in production would have deaded this probably. Like, you're sitting here, you're accusing and alluding to this man doing something, acting some sort of way. And you're tiptoeing that line, trying to damage and smear this man's character, knowing that you're lying, and production knows that you're lying as well. But they protect you. Not only that, they gift you the seat. Let's also talk about them bringing back women who have nothing going on. We have Ashley. It is May 30th, 2023. 2023. Hold on, let me show y'all. If y'all can see my phone, hold on. May 30th, 2023. Ashley still ain't divorced yet. You want to know why? Because it was all a storyline. It was all fictional. It was all fictitious because what we ended up realizing is that the reason that she was going about this whole fake storyline was because her husband was no longer going to be taping on the show anymore. So she has to, somehow make a way so she can tape without her husband there. So I'm gonna just say we're getting a divorce. We're separated. But it's a year later, over a year now. No divorce has been filed. We ain't heard anything. But you want to know what we did hear? That her husband didn't file for divorce, but filed a defamation suit against Candace Diller Bassett. Not only that, let's talk about Robin. Robin went this whole season acting like she was trying to defend Candace, acting like, she was trying to protect Candace, from Giselle, whoever the case may be, about these cheating scandals. Come to find out, it was just so she can cover her own tail, because she had a cheating scandal of her own that she waited until after the reunion wrapped, well, after the show wrapped, for her to talk about. And she brought it up on her podcast, and then also said, well, if you pay $5, I'll let you know what really happened. When Kenya got married secretly, without telling production, she got kicked off the show for a season. Robin is back on the show like she never left. They all filming together, like nothing happened. No repercussions. Let's also talk about the colorism, conversation that happened at the reunion. That was so tone deaf. Y'all should have never given those women a possibility of trying to choose if they want a commentator or curator for that for that conversation. Let's then okay, so now let's skip to RHOA. What are we watching? What are we watching, y'all? Is my question. What are we witnessing? What are we watching? Because what I'm seeing is nothing. Sheree got a fake boyfriend that we obviously can see is not real, but you want to force us to believe that it's real when we all know that it's not. But you want to sit here and play on the audience's intelligence, just like y'all did with RHOP last season. So now we're playing on the audience's intelligence. Now we have the audience, like not the audience, but the production team, literally lying to our faces about what we even witnessed and what was shown that they even aired. So this past episode, Kenya was at the table with Marlo and the rest of the girls. And Kenya brings up that, Drew said that you got in her face, that you stood up over her, that, you yelled, called her out of her name. She said none of that stuff ever happened. Production ends up flashing back to only a piece of that scene and said Marlo not standing, even though that they don't even realize that last episode y'all showed Marlo not only standing, but y'all showed Marlo, cussing her out, hopping in her face, so much so that the security had to get in between them because he thought that Marlo was going to hit Drew. Let's also talk about the fact of y'all cutting out arguments and leaving us with nothing to watch. Like, apparently the argument between Candy and Marlo and Candy and Courtney were way longer than what we saw, and it had a lot of stuff in there that we did not see. Why wasn't it included? Because they said that Courtney isn't a main cast member, but she's in the credits as a friend of. She's in the promo as a friend of. And why are we not including argument? Like, why are we not including heated arguments between two cast members? And then what we're seeing is literally Sheree talk about her fibroids. How many damn times are we going to talk about fibroids on nationally syndicated television? Like, not saying that that's not an important topic to talk about, especially among Black women, but I'm saying like that story is old. We got that back when Cynthia was going through it. We've ran that fibroid, conversation into the damn ground. What else is going on? Okay, we get a scene that we saw with Marlo talking about Candy while she was supposed to do a Halloween photo shoot with her nephews, and she was talking about how Candy didn't do enough when her nephew got unalived or whatever the case may be. But y'all failed to show the full text messages. Y'all redacted some of the info that y'all showed, which Candy let us know and showed us on her own speak on it, that fulfilled the full story. So it seems that y'all are trying to paint your own story to be a certain way, and y'all not telling the complete story. But the story that y'all are telling us is boring, and we're not really interested in it. And then let's also talk about the fact that you guys are putting in the forefront Marlo and Sheree for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Why are we doing that? Why are we putting Sheree and Marlo at the forefront? Why? Can we talk about that? Is anybody confused or trying to figure out why the hell they were even in the first two seats next to Andy yesterday? I mean, not yesterday, but last season? Because I'm trying to figure that out. And why do we spend a whole reunion just to hear Marlo cop pleas and talk about her childhood instead of getting into the actual nasty stuff that she did and holding her accountable? Why did we pick the seating chart the way that we did for RHOP? Why is Karen and Giselle sitting next to Andy although they had nothing going on besides Giselle putting false accusations of sexual assault against somebody's husband, allegedly? At the end of the day, Eric, you can laugh all you want. Because at the end of the day, look, this don't affect my paycheck. This don't affect my job. I still can clock in the morning, go to work and get my paycheck, period. And you probably can too. But the thing is, only one of our paychecks, result in, funding because of a certain viewership. I don't work in that realm. You do. And I'm saying, based on what we've been getting over the past 2 to 3 seasons of both of the shows, we have not enjoyed it. And I'm saying that I've noticed ever since you've gotten a part of these shows that there's been not only a steep decline in quality, but a steep decline in viewership. People are not watching. And while you're laughing and talking about you're just now getting aware, that to the fact that people are not liking what you're putting out there. Well, I hope you are. I hope you're actually listening and you're not just laughing this away. You can laugh to hide from hide the pain and the tears. You can do that all you want to. But I'm saying that what we're seeing is a steep decline in viewership. We're not liking the story that you're telling us. We're not liking what this. And the weird thing about it is, in my opinion, I always thought that production tells the story that they know that the audience wants to see, or the audience wants to listen to, the audience wants to watch. The story of the intermingling of these women in their personal lives and how it plays out. But the way that y'all are telling this story, cut up, sliced and diced, we're not liking it. We're not liking it. We're not liking the casting. We're not liking the storylines. We're not liking anything about this. But you laughing, but we not watching. I didn't even watch the episodes on on live TV. To be honest, I'm trying to tell you laughing, Eric, but we not watching. I don't know what's funny. I really don't. I don't know what is funny about this, Eric. I don't know what's funny. I'm still trying to find the joke in this while you laughing, while we're tuning out and we're not pleased with the shows that you're trying to give us. And I really have a hard time with the fact that he's over both of the Black franchises and he's doing terrible at it. And both of the shows have taken a steep decline in quality, and you laughing, but we're not pleased with the show. People are blackballing and saying they're not going to watch Real Housewives of Potomac next season. And back in the day, you probably could say watch. They say they ain't gonna watch, and they ain't gonna watch. But I'm saying the ratings are declining. These girls are not watching the show. These boys are not watching the show. Them and theys are not watching the show. So my stuff is coming from complete concern of the shows that I love. I am a Real Housewives kind of connoisseur. I love Real Housewives of Orange County, Real Housewives of New York, Real Housewives of New Jersey, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Real Housewives of Potomac, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I love it. I love it. Real Housewives of Miami. I love watching Real Housewives. And it's hurting me that the Black shows are suffering because I feel of lack of direction from, production, or lack of proper direction from production, lack of authenticity from production, lack of storylines from the cast members, lack of quality of the bond between the girls that we're seeing. These women don't like each other on both on either show. And then we're getting boring women and putting them. Why do we need Sonya, Sheree, and Marlo? I mean, we could keep Marlo. I'm fine with that. Although I do want her off. I could keep Marlo because she is somewhat entertaining. But why do we have Sheree and Sonya? Why are we still having Robin on the show? Why do we have Ashley on the show? Why? What the people are not watching, and y'all it's like I'm saying, are y'all doing this for y'all own enjoyment? Are y'all doing this because y'all like it, even though the audience is not really feeling what y'all are putting down? Like, I'm just asking because I'm saying if we're the audience is not enjoying it, then who is? Because maybe that's who you need to give this to. Maybe the show just needs to be exclusively to the people who y'all are gearing it towards, because it can't be us, the audience, because us, the audience, are saying we don't want this shit. We want something else. And you laughing, but we not watching. But listen, y'all, I gotta go. Obviously, Eric is laughing all the way to the unemployment line, slowly but surely. You know, I feel like he is an agent of chaos set to get both of these shows canceled and destroyed. But, who am I? I'm just a viewer. I'm just a person who likes to tune in and watch. But, laugh it all off all y'all want to. But I'm just saying, we've noticed steep declines in quality and viewership, and we're not liking what we're getting. And I guarantee you the viewership next season is going to be a steep decline too, especially with y'all bringing in another woman to attack the other woman who was attacked last season. But listen, y'all, I love every single one of y'all. I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful rest of y'all day. I plan on doing the same. I love every single one of y'all. I want you all to know that you guys are important, that you all are meant to be here, that you guys are all that you guys have purpose. And if nobody ever told y'all I love you, nobody else did, if you need a hug, here you go. Y'all go hug on Eric, because obviously I ain't gonna even get into that. But love yourself, love the face that God gave you, love the nose that God gave you, nothing wrong with a nigga nose. There's nothing wrong with a Negro nose. There's nothing wrong with it. It's nothing wrong with a Negro nose. Now, I'm just gonna put that out there. I don't know what, I'm just saying there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with a Negro nose. Beyonce made Formation for a reason. Okay. But I love every single one of y'all. I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful rest of y'all day. I plan on doing the same. I really hope you listen to this, Eric. I really hope there's some change, Eric, because we not watching it, Eric, and the show is declining, Eric. But you continue to laugh all the way to the unemployment while y'all are getting 700,000 views an episode, Eric. But I'll go about my way, y'all. Peace.